men will soon be here.
Old Janicka's boys, Balthazar has just texted.
Well, what did he say?
He can't make it.
Are you joking?
Other two can't either.
No, we're going to have to do it ourselves, aren't we?
Suppose so.
Fine by me.
You ever podcasted before?
No.
Me neither. Let's
Be
do
fine.
it. Let's do it.
Oh, me gonads! Folks, you're going to be hearing a lot of this kind of thing and imagining a lot of this kind of thing. 'Cause this podcast, this latest edition of the Three Wise Men Couldn't Make It podcast is going to be about times we nearly died. That's right, folks. We've nearly died several times. And I imagine you have as well. Well, maybe you haven't. Who knows? So still yourself on this podcast. It basically, our format is, obviously, as we always say, we give you our experiences in this particular field. They're usually ridiculous. You can learn a lesson from that in itself, and then we'll sum up at the end with how you can avoid just even living this kind of stupid fucking life that we live. So still yourself for tales of near death, gut-wrenching horror, times we nearly died where people's arms were nearly ripped off. You're going to be so frightened, so scared, so utterly horrified that your urethra is going to fly out of your pee-pee or foof and break a glass on the other side of the room. It's going to be that frightening. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to introduce my wonderful co-hosts, the brawny, golden, ripped figure of Rich with his pelt of thick black hair and blazing eyes. Hello, Rich.
Hello, Pete. Welcome to the podcast again, people. And I'm actually quite bald, but there you go. And
His body ain't.
yeah, and I've nearly died on several occasions, which we'll go into later on. So so that's me.
And Carl, the thin, white, wet-lipped, almost corpse-like figure of a boy. Welcome, Carl.
Thank you, Pete, for your kind introduction.
You're welcome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. We're going to tell you some stories, as we said, where we've almost died. As they said, everyone's got these stories. We've got a few, haven't we? So
Say it a million times. Why don't you just repeat it?
Well, we need to make sure they get it right, don't they?
Can I come in and tell it again when times we nearly died?
Please don't.
No, sorry.
Okay. Okay. So the normal format is we'll chat a bit and then we'll segue into the hot news. We're not going to do that because I've had a series of complaints. Once again, aimed at guess who?
Rich.
No, Carl.
God, he's taking the piss.
Why did you do it?
Why did I do it?
Why'd you do it?
I did it.
What did you do the maths in your head? Do you think people like the Nazis? Because they don't.
Oh, I know that.
Well, you do now.
Yeah.
Is it the uniform?
They were very...
It's a very nice uniform. Is it the little moustache? Is that what... Because in Aldi, they don't want a Nazi march. They don't want a neo-Nazi march through the middle of Aldi.
Well, it's a good job I don't shop at Aldi, innit?
Well, you'd neo-Nazi march through it this week.
Have you been getting emails
It's
again?
literally only you.
You've been getting emails again.
So, don't do it, Carl.
Okay, I learned my lesson.
Carl goose-stepped through Aldi this week, folks, right past the meat counter. He almost got to the cheeses till the security guard got hold of him.
He was actually looking for a pair of Aldidas sliders. They're a real thing.
Aldidas.
I seen them today. Aldidas.
Incredible.
Unless it was a piss take.
Why was he in full Nazi uniform though?
No,
You
I don't
can't
know.
do this.
Okay.
Between the Harvey Weinstein website, this, and all the other shit I made up previously, you can't do them.
I need to get my act together, don't I?
You do. You've got to think not neo-Nazi.
Okay.
Think pro-peace.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
And now, why don't you tell us what this podcast is about and we'll segue into the hot news.
This podcast...
It's not bye.
Hot news!
Folks, to the hot news, also known as Carl's social life. So, we're going to talk about what's happened to us in the past week. Maybe it's relevant, maybe it isn't. But Carl, obviously, he thinks the opening of as I said last week, opening of a bag of crisps is news. So what flavour crisps did you open this week, Carl? How many plops did you have?
I've got the
Have you
sugar.
got a new way of standing? Have you put on some underpants differently? What?
I've got the sugar. I've got the spice.
You got a lump?
I've got the long grain rice.
He has as
He
well.
literally has. Weirdly has a piece of long grain rice in his hand.
It's been,
Why have you got long grain rice in your hand?
It just popped in my head before we start
Why did you
recording.
have to bring it?
It's just a prop in it. I'll leave that there.
No, it's not.
You're not leaving a lot of fucking
Let's backpedal
rice
here.
lying around in here.
Why did you bring a piece of long grain rice? Literally, folks, he's bought rice.
It's not long grain either.
That is long grain.
Is it?
I double checked the bag.
Fucking hell.
Why have you done that? Can you remember the words long grain rice without carrying a piece of long grain rice?
I thought
Are you mental?
I thought I'd bring something from home.
Wow.
Wow. It actually looks like a blackhead that's been squeezed out.
With a tiny
Out of a,
worm penis. What?
yeah.
So, hot news.
I just can't get over that. Hang on, if you make a joke where it's like a rhyming joke where you like use the word cat, do you have to bring a cat in?
I'm going to bring a dead cat in, yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm gonna look at, what's the dead cat in
I'm going
for?
to keep it mushed in my
And it's
pocket.
a shit joke.
Right, hot news. Right.
Weird.
So, first of all, I'm going to start with
Fucking hell, I'm angry again.
our last podcast had the guest Pete, didn't he? He came along and
Yes, he was
told some
amazing.
scary stories.
Yeah.
And
Right, Pete.
he kindly shared the podcast on his Facebook, to reach a few more people.
Oh, yeah.
And a few people have listened to it, and a few people have got back to him and said they've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And he said especially, if you're listening to it, I don't know your name, sorry, but he has a friend up in Newcastle, and apparently she said she loved the podcast and she couldn't stop laughing for an hour straight.
Oh, that's good news.
So that's dead nice to hear.
That's
that,
good news, not
That's
hot
good news.
No, that's good news.
Good news.
I know, great
That's
news.
really good news. That is amazing.
So
thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you to all Pete's friends and the person who laughed up in
Yes.
Newcastle.
So yeah, I was like, oh wow, it just kind of took me by surprise. And anyone who is listening
I mean,
that we don't personally know, thank you for listening.
And laughing.
I actually have hot news.
Oh, I thought that was the hot news.
That is very hot
pretty
news.
hot news.
But I actually have hot news.
Okay.
I burnt my hand on the oven.
Again.
Yeah, but look at that.
That's from last week?
Yeah, but
Folks-
look, it's still not healed. I think I've actually done something really bad.
Folks, we can post this on Facebook. He's got an actual
It's quite a bad burn.
burn scar here.
It is a hole, isn't it?
I've got a hole in my hand.
Why did you try and cook yourself, Carl?
Well, when I did it smelled like cheese.
What?
My
Are you
hand.
full of cheese?
No, I just my
No, he's got a joke about chease.
Oh, he's brought some cheese in. Here we
cheese.
So my hand just seared, and I went,
go. That looks bad.
and
man.
it is bad. I think I need to go to the doctors about it because it is really deep, and this has been a
That
week
looks
now.
raw as well.
Yeah, that's been over a week now. It's just not healed.
Okay, Rich. For the podcast, will you smell his wound?
I'll smell his wound.
It doesn't smell anymore, so you're gonna be very disappointed if you want to have a sniff. Have a little sniff.
It smells like aftershave to me.
Oh, at least I try.
And penis.
I've got an overwhelming smell of cheese.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah, penis.
Any other hot news? Oh, tomorrow I'm going to Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Going to Birmingham.
And why?
I'm going to see one of my favourite bands, Skindred.
And
Oh, look,
Carl
nice to
kindly
know.
invited me to go along with him, and I kindly told him to fuck off.
So guest Pete, who's on last podcast, he's coming with me, and we're going to go meet our friends Joe, Charles, and Chris. We met at Download.
Oh, next week's going to be fucking awful.
Oh,
We're going to have
man.
another message, aren't we? Hi everyone, I'm here with fucking
I'm
whoever.
pissed.
I'm pissed.
Pissed.
Oh, this
friends
is not
are pissed.
relevant to fucking anything.
Well, I've
We're going skydiving
Can't
in
fucking
Liverpool.
wait.
I've not been drinking
Fuck
recently.
me.
I've not drank beer for about 3 weeks, unless it's at an occasion like a gig or a festival.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to after your
So-
next week.
So I'm
am
going to have
as
a few drinks tomorrow, and I think I might have a few because I've not had a few drinks in ages.
Skindred are great though.
And
Hi, Benji.
my last bit of hot news is a special thank you shout out to our friend Lucy. She's very kindly been doing our media stuff. She's made us a logo.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's not finished yet. There's a few little tweaks that need, well, not tweaks, like added designs need to be added. But next time you see the podcast, you might see a new logo. But it's just a thank you to Lucy. Very kind for doing it.
Yeah, thank you. It's absolutely.
Thank you very much. It looks
Phenomenal.
absolutely
You
fantastic.
didn't have to
really.
do it.
Well, we had to. We were like, if you don't do it,
We'll
we'll
punch
kill you.
We'll punch it.
Yeah, punch you straight in the face.
Yeah, and we did, and she did it.
Yeah,
thank
that's,
you.
yeah. Rich, have you got any hot news?
Hold on a minute,
What?
Rich. Have you got any hot news?
He's taking over.
What do you think you are?
Oh, sorry, I've been excited.
You've got to stick to
He's
format.
brought his rice in.
I brought my rice.
He's getting
Rambunctious here.
getting carried away with his fucking self here now.
Jesus wept. Come on, mate.
I'm sorry.
Back down.
I'm just trying to give you
Back down.
Okay,
Back in your little box. Thank you.
in your corner.
On your bed, on your rug.
Before I go into my hot news,
Have you got any hot news, Rich?
I've got some hot news.
Awesome.
Well, it's, the usual stuff. I've got a question from one of our listeners, one of our millions of listeners.
A question.
100 listeners.
Well, yeah, 100 listeners, or 14 listeners.
Yeah.
And the question goes, what is the most embarrassing thing that you've been caught doing recently? I can start if you want me to go with mine.
Yeah, you go, Tom. I need to think.
So, I do wank a lot.
Well, Pete is fucking recently. It was about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's not embarrassing. No one caught me doing it, but it just broke me.
The state of your pants and your wrists swollen up, it's quite embarrassing.
Bit of context, Pete. What's just happened?
Basically, Rich went to pick his lovely wife Laura up just after we did the initial section. And I went for a little wee out of my urethra, which hasn't fallen out of my body.
Yeah.
It's still in there.
Just.
And there's, how can I put, there's like decking and there's not much light.
There's no
And I
light.
may have stepped 1 foot off the decking and 1 foot on the decking going down and landed and winded myself and broke my wrist.
And he's ended up in the
On
in the
the
border,
episode about
killing yourself.
nearly killing yourself experiences, I may have broke my wrist and almost stove my own head in.
I just imagine, the Family Guy episode where Pete goes,
It was literally that for about 10 minutes, and this little shit was still sat in a shed. Didn't even notice.
I can't see. It's pitch black outside. I couldn't
I was
see.
screaming.
I did see him. I just left him to suffer pain.
So I'll be going to A&E tomorrow. Don't even worry about it.
I wasn't worried about it anyway. Right.
We're moving on.
What's your embarrassing story?
Look at it. It's all
does-
swollen.
it does
and
look
the arm hurts
It
as
does
well.
look swollen, and he couldn't open a tin. I was watching him trying to open a can, and he's struggling.
Yeah, struggling.
He is struggling.
Oh.
I'm not going to be able to type. Look. It's a bag of blood and broken bones now.
Well, you said before, sadly, you can't do any housework, so
Sadly,
the current Mrs. Harper's going to have to do it.
Harper's going to have to fucking step up.
I know. Yeah. But I'm faffing about not doing anything else.
Right. Anyway,
I'm joking, Sue. I'm joking.
I'm not.
I'm just indifferent. I'm sitting on the fence.
Yeah, Rich is Switzerland.
You stay on the safe side, Rich.
Right, my embarrassing thing I got caught doing, well, I kind of admitted to it, was, have you ever sat down with your socks off and the dog licks your toes?
No.
No?
Really?
No, I've never let
His
him.
toes. His little tongue goes in between each toe.
Are you like? And then are you like in ecstasy? You go.
Oh, do you know what? Not quite like that.
Because that's
but
weird.
That's hitting the spot.
It's really nice.
That is so gross.
My mum used to let our dogs lick her feet all the time, and she'd sit
Never
there.
in a million years. No.
No, well, I like it, but he only does it for like
20 minutes.
No, not even a couple of minutes, and he goes on to the next foot. And I'm like, I've got another 2 minutes before he's done. And
So you're thinking, I have another 2 minutes.
Well, I'm
You-
thinking, no,
in
no,
your
no.
brain.
This isn't the embarrassment thing, though, is it? In my brain, I'm thinking, I've got 2 more minutes. How could I extend those minutes? So I rubbed
Dog food on your feet?
pizza base. You know
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding at all.
You put pizza base
Pizza
in.
base, I had a pizza, and the sauce, the tomatoey
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah.
I kind of got it on my fingers.
On your feet.
And I pushed it between my toes. And he fucking licked my toes for a good hour.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Carl, can I go? What is happening?
That is insane.
But it's,
Are you fucking mental? What are you doing? And then someone caught you.
Laura caught me, so what are you doing? Why are you rubbing...
Explain that.
Why are you rubbing...
Where's my pizza? For starters.
Yeah, why is it all over your feet? And spots like... Carl's actually crying.
You fucking weirdo.
That's very odd, Rich. That's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre family.
Carl is actually crying.
Funny, what happened last week? I put a bit of peanut butter in my arse on, let the dog lick it. It was so nice.
There was a story when I was in uni.
That's a no-no.
Not uni, sorry, college.
Is that where you stop?
That's where I stop.
There was a story when I was in college about a guy who put like dog food on his bollocks and let his dog lick his bollocks, but the dog chewed him.
Oh dear. Louis C.K. does the same thing.
He puts dog food on his bollocks.
He admitted that onto one of his live shows when he was a kid.
That guy's a freak.
When
man.
he was a kid.
Man,
Apparently, he did say that in the show, so I'm not making things. It could be fake news. He said it himself. So I cover my arse there. Anyway, that's
No, not anyway.
Is this okay? Is this the first time you've done this before?
yeah, it is. I've done it once or twice, and then Laura went, "That's disgusting," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what it is."
Oh,
Yeah.
poor dog.
bit.
I should call the
I
RSPCA.
loved it. He was like proper. His tongue was proper between every toe for about good 45 minutes.
I don't know how to respond to that. Have you got like tingers, Rich?
That's bizarre.
Like tingers?
Tingers.
Like,
What's that?
you know, like toe fingers. You've got long
Oh,
toes.
yeah, I've got quite long toes.
So he's had a big feast
Good old
there, hasn't
feet,
he?
yeah, quite a lot of pizza filling in
So it's
there.
like pizza, like fingers, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is awful.
But he loved it.
Nothing like the
he
taste
didn't-
of
he didn't complain.
sweat and fucking
Sweat
pizza
and
sauce.
pizza sauce and yeah, and
Sock.
cheese, bits of cheese.
Fucking
Off coal.
horrible.
He'd love your hand. He'd lick your hand all day.
Hey, what? You know, get a bit of pizza sauce on that, Carl. That dog will lick your hand.
I better
hours.
move on to some hot news.
Well, wait there.
That's just a question.
I've not had anything embarrassing recent,
No.
but I'll tell you probably one of the most embarrassing things.
Nothing like that.
I was touching cloth once in Chester.
Great.
I was bursting for the toilet, and you know the point where you're literally going to shit yourself.
You
So-
shit yourself.
Yeah.
And I went into a rookie move. Top tip. You ready for this top tip? You ready for
Yeah, go on for this intellectual fucking extravaganza. Go on.
When you go for a wild shit
Great. Yeah.
out in the open,
Oh yeah.
before you go in the cubicle, double check the toilet roll. Double check.
I know this.
A wild shit.
Oh,
As in-
yeah.
In a toilet or in
Yeah, a wild shit is somewhere
wild
you
shit?
a
Like
wild,
a wild way is
yeah,
somewhere like you.
like a shit that you've not done in your own house.
Yeah. It's
Oh
not,
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
home.
I'm going to put myself in it again here. I thought a wild shit was like I was in America and I got lost, and I ended up shitting in somebody's front garden at 4 o'clock in the morning.
There are better places, Rich.
There
Are there
are.
not? Than someone's front
So
garden.
in America as well, I'm lost, and I got lost and I was like, I need a shit now. I can't hold it.
I can imagine it as well, right in the middle, and it's a big
Yeah,
lawn.
it was under. I remember it was under a big hanging tree, and it was a gorgeous lawn as well. And there was nowhere else. And then 2 seconds
fucking
later, I
Jim
found
Carrey
the
and
alleyway and I went, oh, there we are.
Well, the reason
So I would have made it back.
the reason why I brought this up is I
What is
rushed.
happening?
Oh yeah,
I rushed to McDonald's to get the toilet, and I just went straight in, and it only had one toilet in there. There was only one cubicle, and I did my business, and I looked over, and there was no toilet roll. What do you do in that point? What? Sock is the first thing you do.
Yeah, sock.
sock.
So I took my sock off,
Yep.
and I wiped my ass with my sock.
Yep.
But I got to a point where I can't flush it down because if that clogs up,
You blocked the toilet.
I'm gonna feel like a right knobhead. So what I did was
I threw it in the fryer.
I went out the toilet.
Give it a spot to lick.
Yeah, and I just this is so gross, but I just walked through the McDonald's with the sock by my side and just threw it into the bin.
That is pretty gross, isn't it? It is.
Girls,
Worse than mine.
girls, if you're
That's
listening to
worse
this,
than mine.
yeah. No, it's not.
And then, because I only had one sock and I was out all day, I went to
One
Poundland.
sock.
I went to Poundland and got some Captain
sock.
America socks.
Oh my goodness.
And I still have those Captain America socks.
Captain America would fucking hate you for that.
That's probably one of the most disgusting things I've done, but that was really embarrassing.
You reminded me of a time again in America. It's on the same holiday. I've only been there once. I went.
Was it the woman's lawn again?
It wasn't. It was in the same county, state. Sorry, but I was busting for a poo. I went into this shop and I said, "Can you use your toilets, please?" Yeah, they're in the back. True story. Goes in the back. Cubicles are on the right of me, and
Right.
and I'm like looking at them. I'm thinking, they look awfully low. So when it goes in the
I
cubicle,
know exactly what you've done.
do you know?
here.
I just sat down on the toilet. It didn't drop my pants or anything because I thought surely my head's going to be above the parapet here. So I sat down and I'm not messing. The door and the sides. So basically just my head sticking up. And I thought,
Yeah.
I can't. Well, someone comes in and they're like, someone comes in. No. So I had to hold it in.
It was like
I
a child.
could
Was
hold
like
it in and then
like a
baby.
child's toilet or something.
No, that's what they were like in that. I don't know what state I can't remember what state it was.
Midget state.
But yeah, the toilets. you
Oh
could
no,
see-
I thought you'd like done it in a urinal.
No. The actual
That was
toilets.
my thinking.
The
I
actual
thought
toilets.
I thought you did like a bidet or something.
No, the door. You open the door, go in, sit down, and your head's sticking. You know,
You mean
ours
fucking
are right.
Munchkin
Ours
Land?
are up here,
What are
aren't
you? Yeah.
they? And theirs are like.
Well, maybe you can have a
shoulder
nice
level.
chat with the other
that's
person
what-
who's having a big crap.
I couldn't believe it. So I couldn't poo, and I was like, nah, I'm
I
not taking the chance of someone coming in.
Are you a shy weir?
So did you go on that person's lawn again? Let's fucking
Yeah, I just found
yeah.
I had to go back to that lawn. And do that.
Are you a shy peer? Could you if you want now to turn around and pee against that wall? Could you do it while we're sat here? Or would you be
rather
nervous?
not.
No, but could you?
While we're watching you.
Oh no, I know. You get
Do you get like stage fright?
stage fright. Yeah.
That doesn't do it for me.
Nah, it doesn't bother me.
I remember
I'm peeing now.
at Scania once, the fella come in, I didn't really know him well. I was in this place, Scania, truck parts. And one of the bosses come in and started talking to me while I was having a piss. And I couldn't piss. I'd just started
That's
trying
weird.
to have a piss. And he started, "Hi, mate, seen you from the other depot, how are you doing?" I could not piss. I had to pretend I pissed. Followed him out.
There we go.
Flap, 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 flap. Where's he gone? Go back in the toilet and have a piss again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can you draw stuff like that does not bother me whatsoever. I've been to like bars in Liverpool where like it's just one big wall of urinals and everyone's filling it, but there's one gap in the middle that no one wants to go in. But I just go in the gap. I'm not
go
bothered.
in the
It
gap.
doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
Just wipe your dick with your sock and you're off, aren't you?
No, you just wipe it with the guy's trousers next to you.
Yeah. That's about you. That's fucking
Jump
powerful
up and
cause
down
for you,
and-
son, isn't it?
Any other hot news?
Well, my hot news today is so fucking hot. You're going to need oven gloves to pick it up. And one of them little cooling trays that your mum used
Is
to
it
put.
hotter than having your toes licked by a dog?
It's hotter than it's hotter than that, mate. I don't actually know what it is though.
Do you not know what your own hot news is?
So have you
Well,
set
hot
something
news.
up that you literally have nothing in
No.
the tank?
Some of my hot news goes back to last week, and Pete the Ghost.
He wasn't a ghost, he was actually
he was
here.
here, wasn't he? But I call him Pete the Ghost because he was a ghost hunter.
Well, he does have like the white hair and stuff.
And it's another question, really, to be honest. He wanted to know how us three can sit here and talk for an hour and a half about complete bullshit for that long, and how can we just sit and talk complete? But my kids have asked me the same. How can
Ketamine,
you-
folks, is the answer.
Well, that as well. Alcohol for Pete. Carl, Fanta.
Yeah, cans pop. Well, the first few episodes I did drink quite a few.
To be fair,
Yeah,
I
I
could do
like
this
it.
sober or not, and I am
Well,
sober.
to be fair, this we're not putting on like a face. This is just naturally how we talk when
Yeah.
we're not recording.
Yeah.
That's
This is
it,
my
it's not
work
put on,
life
which is how we talk.
and my home life. This is my everything life.
So that was just to answer this question. Really.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
our
yeah.
heads are just full.
Yeah.
50 years worth of complete
Crap.
shit rammed in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, there's stories that you just would remember, like you shitting on that poor
I
lady's
wouldn't have
lawn. You
thought
wouldn't have
about
thought
that
about it.
until just now, and then it pops
Yeah.
up in your head, doesn't it? And you go,
Now,
oh,
our
yeah.
American listener is going to be fucking fuming.
That American listener will be like, it was him.
It was him.
I'm not saying what year it was. It was in the 90s.
It was 98. She's going to get you.
Another one, I was thinking about, I told you earlier, I listened to a podcast called Next Level Soul. It's about near-death experiences, which not almost dying, like we're talking about.
Actually dying.
Actually dying and going off to heaven and stuff like that. And I thought, I was just listening to it, and it said this person had gone to this realm, and it was nicer, brighter, it was much more colourful. There was lovely music playing. There was love oozing out of every
That sounds
crevice.
disgusting.
And
Love oozing out
crystal
of stuff.
cities in the sky,
Yeah.
yeah, and just soft and angels.
Didn't we mention crystal cities
angelic
the other week?
music, yeah. And I was thinking maybe death is underrated.
I want to go there now.
I want
Maybe
maybe
the next week we'll all take a
drug of
A
some
lethal
sort.
dose or
we'll
something.
all have cyanide
Well,
and we'll record it.
yeah, like that. What's that film where they all die? Flatliners.
This is,
Flatliners.
I was
Maybe
thinking of
we'll-
This Is the End. You know, when they have the big party in heaven.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's good as well.
good film.
But
Do you know-
Flatliners is more along
Flatliners
the lines of you.
is
No, in our luck, we would die and then just still end up in a shithole like we are now.
We die and there wasn't an afterlife.
Well, that's a nice way of putting like Rich's summer house. But carry on, Carl. Just be yourself.
This is the stable.
The stable, yeah. Not the stable. Oh, no, not the stable.
The Three Wise
old
Men.
stable.
It's a stable.
Yeah.
Stable. Yeah.
Interesting though.
I almost killed Pete last night as well. little bit of hot news. Oh, Pete come round last night and we were talking.
What? Oh, sorry, yeah.
I didn't know Pete was allergic to dogs. I thought...
Oh, it didn't kill me. It was just, yeah.
But Pete starts coughing and spluttering. I'm like, what, you all right, Pete? I can't breathe.
Yeah.
I can't fucking breathe. But, you know, it's the dog. I had no idea.
Severely allergic
He's severely allergic to dogs. I didn't know this.
Well,
So...
you can have dogs that don't shed, can't you? Like the girls.
Yeah, but yours
Ours
don't shed.
don't
Yours
shed,
are
so-
hypoallergenic, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But
Ours isn't.
I would sooner go in a house and give big cuddles to a dog, even if it does make me poorly, than not.
Yeah.
I love animals, so
Yeah.
it was worth the pain.
Well,
I love your dog.
I don't think you love them
he
as much.
loves you.
I don't think you love them as much
No,
as
no,
Rich does.
no, and he doesn't love. Hang on, I don't know where this is going. I'm gonna work around to this one. He doesn't love you as much as he loves your toes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll work on it. I'll come back to it. Go on.
Well, when
Sorry,
I
carry
go
on.
up to-
Apologies.
So when I go into bed at night, I get in bed. It's usually about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm a night owl.
Just sliding in there with your pizza-covered toes.
Sliding in there. I have my sock. I love my socks. I always have socks on. But if I with me other foot, I'll slide my sock. It feels a bit fucking like pervy, to be fair, because I know what I'm doing.
Well, you should do, because you're you.
I slide my sock off with my toe.
Like sexy, like.
I can hear him getting all excited.
Oh my
Are you
god!
kidding me?
He's like, yes,
kind of weird.
it's go time.
He's under
It's
the
go
covers.
time.
He sleeps under the covers at the bottom of our bed, and he starts spinning round, and he's like, he's getting his socks off.
Yes.
And
Here
then
comes
He
pizza.
starts again. He licks my feet every night when I go to bed, and it sends me. I wait. I go to sleep to spot licking my feet, licking between my toes, basically.
I'm not letting that dog lick me.
No.
It's like your
No, I have
pizza
to.
toes. That's so disgusting. I can't believe that. I bet I won't be surprised when you put a dog biscuit in your sock just so you can massage your feet by scratching them, trying to get the treat.
Nah, I can see that.
I love it. I get the spangles.
You get all
I get
tingly.
all tingly. And like,
What's the spangles?
have you ever had the
I
spangles?
actually want to know.
Have you ever? Oh, I think of this sometimes, and I think, how would you explain the spangles?
It's the same effect of drinking a Peretti.
Yeah,
big
you get a
boner.
boner.
Big boner.
Has somebody ever given you one-to-one like a teacher, and you feel, you know, at school, something
One-on-one.
one-on-one,
Like
like a lesson.
yeah,
You know what
a
I mean?
big lesson.
Yeah, a big lesson. Didn't you ever get that feeling?
Big pair of knockers.
I can't explain it. Have you ever done ASMR?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I get the spangles from it. It's
Something that's like satisfying.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
So your ideal scenario, Rich, is
I can't even explain what I mean.
there's two. Okay, so you go to bed. There's two spots. Right. One is licking pizza from your toes. The other one is talking softly in your ear.
Yeah, that'll give me the spangles.
Hey, Rich. How you?
But have you seen these ASMRs? I
you
know
doing?
you have.
Yeah, I've seen
I
them,
know
yeah.
what they are.
They're
I'm
like
just, I think like fucking speak up.
pretending to clean your ear out with wax. With wax and
I've
stuff
got
like that.
I've got a friend who's
And I'm like-
massively into it.
You can make like a shit ton of money off
yeah.
that.
You know,
can, yeah.
you know my mate Josh.
Yeah.
His old house, a few doors down, there was like a YouTuber who did ASMR, and apparently she was quite big. Like she was a big
Yeah,
channel
I can
that does
believe it.
ASMR. You child! He laughed and I said, "Quite big."
Yeah, well, yeah. I watch a couple of them, to be honest.
Don't like
Don't
him.
mention the names. I love it.
Creeps me out.
It gives you it sends you off into like a trance.
No, never.
Almost. No.
I'm permanently on the edge of nerves, so
Well, that might help.
that would literally kill me.
No.
That's,
So what you need? You need someone eating pork scratchings or beef crisps.
yeah, fucking hilarious. Yeah. Some fat man eating pork scratchings quietly.
That'll send you straight to bed. Slurping a Stella.
Ah, punch you in the face.
Anything else, Rich?
I'm gonna wrap my hot news up right there because
Well, I can't compete with any of that. To
I've
be
got a
honest
couple
with you.
more, but I think I've exhausted. I think
Come
I've
on,
got.
you got anything that's happened this week, Pete?
Not really. Well, it was Mother's Day, so there was lots of like celebration there.
Just so you have a nice day.
Yeah, lovely.
Good, I'm glad.
But I did have a conversation with my daughter. Now, this is... Do you remember this snake conversation from a couple of weeks ago that went off on a tangent?
I remember it well.
Yeah. This was another... This was like... I felt this was like a Tilly licking her own bumhole
Scenario.
type conversation. So,
Tilly being your dog, by the way.
Tilly's my dog.
Just in case new listeners
Not
are
my
like,
wife.
who the hell?
Or...
What are these people
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't reach that. It's impossible. Which is impressive, really.
You managed out there a minute ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you could, you wouldn't, would you?
No, you wouldn't, would you?
That's the last place you'd lick.
But you gotta give
apart
it-
from Rich's fucking toes,
Gotta
that's
give
the last
everything.
place you'd lick. No, so she was talking about when she was little. Now, this might affect you, Carl. Do you remember a programme called How It's Made?
No, I
From
don't.
like 15, 20
Oh, was it
years
like
ago?
Art Attack and stuff?
Well, it'd show you how like a tin of beans is made.
Oh, yeah,
Or,
I do.
like
Or
a
like chocolate
fucking-
and stuff
Yeah,
like
or
that.
a fence or
Yeah.
whatever.
How do you make a black olive green and a green olive black?
Yeah, that kind of shit,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, I remember.
It
Yeah.
used to be on like kids' TV channel. And she was saying she'd get up early in the morning, some mornings, and not want to disturb us. She'd put the telly on and she'd watch How It's Made. And she'd be like, if it was like, say, I don't know, a box, how a wooden box was made, and the box has been cut into bits from the pieces of wood, she'd be going, ah, oh, this hurts! Like for the wood being put through the chopper. Oh my god, no, I've got a family, no! That, for the entire 10 minutes, it was like something like a Hostel or a fucking horrible torture movie, you know. Now, this is a child, and I thought, that's really weird. But then I remembered that I used to do it, because when I was a kid, I remember this distinctly, when I used to eat a tangerine. Yes, I do eat fruit. not just poke scratchings. A tangerine, or you know, like you peel the skin off it, whatever. Not an orange, pain in the ass, an orange.
Yeah,
Can't be
I
dealing
agree.
with them.
No.
Too much of that white
Too
shit
much
on 'em.
hassle.
When was the last time anyone's had an orange? No one eats oranges, do they?
Well,
You
clearly
can't.
they
You
do,
can't.
but-
You can't separate an orange, can
You
you?
have to cut an orange
pain
into
in the
four
ass.
and then
Yeah.
just
Pain in
get
the
juice
ass.
all over the place.
But tangerine or whatever, mandarin.
Nick-
And I'd peel this,
nectarine.
and I'd pretend it was like a living thing, and I'd peel the skin off it, go, "Ah!" And then when you eat the little segments, I used to pretend I was Godzilla, eating people, and all the juice would be all the blood, and like, "Ah!"
And I'm weird.
I had
I wasn't getting an actual living animal in my mouth and eating it.
so
That's generational,
Something-
right?
something-
Fucking weird, right?
something similar.
Definitely.
Like so, like where I work. Obviously, I won't say, but there's someone who.
You work for the government, don't you? You work for Secret Service, yeah?
Yeah, I work. Yeah,
MI5, isn't it?
yeah. I only do part time, don't I?
Yeah.
But we were talking about like intrinsic thoughts and stuff like that, and things that like like things you'd like to do but you can't and stuff like. And someone in work, he went, "Do you know what I'd love to do?" I went, "Oh, what? What would you love to do?"
Oh.
I think I said something. I actually brought the podcast. I said when I was like, I've always wanted to do something like radio or podcast.
Yeah,
something just normal. Do you know what this guy went?
not normal.
He said, "I'd love to torture people." I went,
What?
What? He went, "Oh, I just love to like pull people's fingers off and cut people and stuff like that." And I was
He
like,
must have been joshing.
"No," he was like deadly serious. And
Fucking hell.
not like he wanted to
Clearly
go.
deranged.
Not like it wasn't the fact that he wants to go out and kill people. It's just
Just
the
wants
fact
to
that
rip them to pieces.
yeah, he just wants to pull fingers off and just see what's inside the body, and
Oh,
just
no.
stuff like that.
What's it not
And he walked into the next room, and I looked to another person who worked there, and I went, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Who says that?
How creepy
He must
is
have been
that?
joking.
No, but he was like dead interested.
Some people are, aren't they, though, interested in what's inside and how
Well,
does
I
it...
had a friend
I
who
can't
used to want to do like an
freaks me
autopsy
out.
and shit.
No, no.
But I wouldn't, well, Sue would, my wife.
Really?
She would love to.
Oh,
Oh,
she was
no,
bangs
right.
on about
But that's a level beyond. That's
Yeah.
a dead body. That can't be real. He must have been joking.
But no, I can't remember what the other person said. But
Did he have a big scar and a white eye and a fucking...
dead nice guy.
Well, he wasn't.
It's just the fact that
Totally deranged.
It wasn't even the fact that he went, "Oh, what would I do if I could do anything?" It's like, "What would you do?" He went, "Bang!
Torture.
That's what I'm doing."
Immediately.
I was just like,
Put a rat on your belly
you
and
thinking
like
about
heat
it?
up a thing underneath it and that's it, the rat eat your belly. That's what I'd love to do that. What a Christmas present.
That just it creeped me out, man. I was like, "Okay, right."
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Going back on your
Avoid
peeling
that
of the
guy.
orange thing and your talking voices and stuff like that.
Like, Godzilla, no!
Well, I used to do something that I've looked up and people also have done it. And I thought it was just me as a kid. My right hand was my, like, protector, kind of, so to speak. And my left hand was trying to kill me. And I'd have these epic battles.
This is very Evil Dead.
Oh, epic. This was way before. This
Yeah.
was like, I was about 10. And this one would, I don't know why, I pretend to be asleep, and this one would be crawling up, gonna get him, gonna throttle him,
Yeah.
and then this one would go, grab hold of my other hand, and I'd be fighting with my hands
That
together.
rings a bell.
Does it? It's a thing. It is a thing.
He's a kid, and he's in his bed, turned over, and he's got his hands under the cover, and his mum just looked in to see if he's all right, and he just sees this under the bed. She's just.
If anyone needs video, we'll put it on the Facebook. That's Carl.
Well, yeah, I used to have these
tug off.
epic hand battles, and it was always the right one was always good, and the left one was
Left
trying to
one's
kill me.
bad.
Yeah, and
That does genuinely ring a bell.
I've looked it up,
Yeah.
and I thought it was just me, and I've seen on the internet people have done that as well. And just one thing, I'm going to flick this piece. This is a bit of ASMR for you people. I'm going to flick this piece of fucking rice at Pete because it's annoying. It just keeps looking at me. It's threw me head in.
Why? That's just a weird.
And
It's
by the
been a
way, I
weird
completely
fucking
missed Pete. There, didn't
Yeah,
I?
no, you hit me elbow.
Oh, did I get? I hit his poorly elbow.
Does stuff like that annoy you?
It does. I'm like
OCD.
OCD.
So where I
I kept
work,
looking at it and then I was zooming.
Yeah, it was
in.
kind of. I was zooming in on it.
where I work behind a bar, and when you do the close, like the taps went off, like the draft pumps.
Yeah.
You need to take them all off and then put them into soda water, to like sterilise and stuff like that. And the person who was doing the cleaning got like a bit of like tissue paper and just stood all the nozzles up. There was about 8 of them, but one of them was lying down like it fell over, and I looked
I'll
at
have to move it.
I had to.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
to go. I had to walk around
it.
the bar and put it up because it was doing my head in.
Yeah, I just want to break some news to you. You are going to have to find that piece of fucking rice before you leave.
Why did you? I was going to put it in the bin.
You're not leaving it here.
I think it went a bit on the cupboard and
I
all.
think it did. With the big spiders. I won't be going anywhere near it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
That is some juicy
That is
hot
some-
news.
It's not
Yeah,
hot
some-
news. It's fucking weird bunch of psychosis from a weird bunch of people.
Exactly. That's what we're looking for, isn't it?
Well, we've lost most of the audience with this one.
We have.
Right. Well, we'll leave you there and get on to the main topic. Fucking hell.
Main topic.
It's the main fucking topic. Times when we've nearly died. We've had quite a few, folks. Well, you're going to learn from this bit. Don't stick your face in a fan. Don't drink paint. That kind of thing. So we're going to have 3 accounts of times when we've almost nearly died. We're obviously not dead. I wish I was, so I didn't have to do this shit every week. Rich, do you have a juicy bunch of times when you were nearly decapitated, or your balls were bitten off by an alligator, or maybe your feet were bitten off by an angry dog who was pissed off with you
Been
putting
bit.
a pizza on them?
Yeah, I've been bit by a few dogs in my time, I tell you. Yeah, I got a few.
You've been bitten off of...
I've been bit by a few dogs.
Yeah.
Usually.
To be fair, can I interject?
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
sorry to say, I was bitten off a bee today.
You're bitten by a bee.
I was bitten by a bee on my hand. I got look at that.
Stung by bee.
Oh no, he got bitten.
It was
bitten.
definitely
Oh.
bitten. He bit me.
Instead of putting his. He didn't want to die, did he? Because they die.
They do die if they sting
If they
you, so
sting
he
you,
bit
so he
me.
just bit me and went, I'm not dying for him.
I didn't get stung off a bee. I got bitten off a
Got
bee.
bitten off a bee. I've never heard that
It's
before.
massive. It's so itchy
Yeah, that's horrible.
on the end of your dick and all. Right,
I know
Rich.
some- I know
sorry.
some here. But my little story starts when I was very young.
How young?
I started nearly dying when I was about 4.
Okay.
I had my first near death. Walking, I can kind of remember it. But your mind sort of fades it away because it's traumatic. This
Yeah.
is traumatic, this one. This isn't even funny.
Plus, it was like 50, 70
It
years
was
ago.
1975 or 74, around there. It might have been, yeah. Anyway, walking,
You had big sideburns,
big sideburns,
massive flares.
big old cock.
Yeah. Big old dick.
It wasn't even mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm walking down the shops, by Overpool.
On your own?
People on the podcast aren't going to know where
Yeah.
Overpool is, but I feel I've got to say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, with my mum.
Yeah.
And she got me, I don't know if you remember, these little, like a sherbet, like hard sherbet, round lollipop.
Yeah.
Do you know the one? It's pink on the top and it's kind of yellowy green.
Oh yeah, like the powdery,
Powdery.
powdery
You bite in,
lollipop.
you can't suck them, you have to bite in some because
They're fucking horrible, yeah.
they're lovely.
I hate them.
I like them.
I don't like them.
I love them.
But I
I
like
did.
ketamine.
I didn't love them that day though. Anyway, sucking away on this lollipop and the top come off and it's lodged right in my throat.
Jesus.
Basically dying in the street.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Did she do the Heimlich manoeuvre?
She was panicking. I can only remember this through being told. I kind of remember it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think your brain sort of phases it out, so you don't.
Yeah, well,
so
they
it's
do, yeah, your
very
brain does
traumatic.
work that way.
Well, that's what you get for eating shit sweets.
Well, yeah.
If you want to die off something, you want to eat off a cool sweet. Like
Yeah.
like a curly whirly, that's a cool way
Curly
to go.
whirly's not. You're not going to die from curly whirly, are you?
Well, you
Well,
died
if
off
someone sticks it down your throat
Well, yeah,
forcefully.
yeah.
Fucking Jason Bourne could kill someone with a curly
That's
whirly.
true,
mate.
yeah.
Yeah?
But yeah, anyway, my mum's panicking, trying to. I don't know what she was doing, trying to hit me back, blah blah blah, and all that. What you do?
Kick you in the stomach.
Kick me in the stomach, yeah, flinging me around like.
Yeah. Like a
and,
rag doll.
Were you not just sucking on it? Were you trying to
I
swallow
was
it?
I was sucking it, and it come off, and it just went straight
That's
down.
what
My,
she said. Hey, anyway, move on. Sorry.
yeah, and it come off, and went straight down my throat, and it was stuck. And then this fella come out of nowhere, picks me up. He got hold of my feet, apparently,
Yeah.
picks me up, and he starts shaking me up and down.
Bloody
And
hell.
I coughed it back up again.
So
he's-
were
he
you
basically-
rigid for the
I was-
entire time?
I can't. I really can't. I
Were you like
can't remember.
stock still?
Some random guy saved your life.
Some random guy saved my life.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Who was that man?
don't know. Don't know to this day.
Did he have a mask on?
Yeah. I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Batman, could be anyone.
Spider-Man
Could have been
saves you.
Deadpool. I don't know.
Nah, he wouldn't save you.
No. Yeah, he would laugh, wouldn't he?
So
So
he shook you up and down. But surely, where did he grab you from?
my feet.
Did he
Pick me up by-
Surely you're like flopping everywhere like
I
a
must have
rag
been.
doll.
Yeah.
Did he smack you like tomato sauce and you at the top and you're trying to
Probably,
get it out?
yeah. It would probably something like that, and eventually he
The
must have.
logistics of this are
They
insane.
are. I don't know, but he saved me from choking anyway.
Well,
So I owe it. Whoever you are out there, thank you for saving my life.
Thank you, mysterious weirdo.
Yeah.
wow.
Second time I nearly died. I wasn't much
What
older.
did you choke on?
No. This is like something out of Damien the Omen.
Go on.
I'm sitting in my mum and dad. We lived in a place called the Crescent,
Isn't that the mental asylum?
just next door to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, little cul-de-sac. Well, it's not a cul-de-sac. It's like a cul-de-sac, but you can get through the end. And we had these big rocking chairs, and I loved sitting in front of we had a gas fire. Loved sitting in front of the fire.
Hang on a minute. Did you rock too hard in your chair and propel yourself
Into the
a gas fire?
I didn't know. That would have been much more funny story if
Fucking
I had.
hilarious. Sorry, carry on.
And I used to trick my dad. My dad would go to toilet or something, or go to make a butty.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I'm going to get his seat. So I'd jump on his seat.
Yeah.
I'd be rocking away. And this particular day, he's gone. I dived in his seat, and he'd always lift me out of it.
Yeah.
Laughing, playful, but lift me out of it. But he
Throw
lifted me
you
out.
into the fire.
Throw me into the fire. But he lifted me over the back, and as he let me go, I tripped, fell. We had these, in them days, you had these big pane glass windows.
Mm.
There was no wood in the middle, it was just a big piece of glass.
Yeah.
And I fell into it, and it shattered.
Jesus.
And my mum's always again, I can kind of remember little bits of it. But my dad, she said, I've never seen anyone move so quick. It was like he was possessed. He jumped over me and he's shielded, and the glass come down like shards.
Yeah,
And
that'll do, yeah.
all of them hit him on the back. And he got a bit, a few cuts.
Yeah.
But there was this piece that was heading right for me, and he just came in out of nowhere. And he, saved me, basically, covered me with his body.
What the hell?
And all this glass.
Like a
there was
Die
nothing.
Hard
I
movie.
know, yeah.
Well, I'm
It was
convinced.
like- it was
I'm
like-
convinced you've got this sixth sense. Not like reactions, but stuff like that where you just something could fall, but you just catch it straight away.
Oh, I
like
can
you
do
se-
that, yeah.
like
I
you
can do
sense-
that, yeah.
Do,
Not
do
now,
you,
you can't.
do you ever get?
Not now. Not after breaking my fucking hand in your garden.
do you know what I get? It might be a bit weird, but I can sense when someone's going to walk in the room. My ears go all tingly, and I know someone's coming in. Does anyone else get that?
No.
No, do your ears get tingly when you hear the footsteps of someone walking?
No,
into the
I
room?
just get that feeling that someone's there, and my ears go all fuzzy, and I know someone's there.
Yeah.
I might be daredevil or
It's
something.
probably the talking or the walking.
You just reminded me, going off topic again, one of the creepiest things. Years ago, I was coming back from a friend's house, drunk, and the little lane between the school, Catholic High, called Walker's Lane.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. Yeah,
That little lane, I come out of that little lane, crossed over the road, and I stopped dead. I just felt like someone was watching me. I turned around, I looked up, and there's houses on the right, there's a yellow house there. If you ever go down there, you'll see a big yellow house. It was next door to that. This little old fella is just staring, white as a sheet, just staring at me.
Did you shit on his lawn, Rich?
I intended to, but I ran instead. I ran. I never thought that. It's never happened to me before, and I just was like, someone's
That's
watching
weird.
me. Turn around, and I looked exactly where he was as well, and he was just staring at me, like Hall staring at me then.
Fucking Albert Fish look.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
When I was in high school, say just round the corner,
2 years ago,
round the corner from where we are now, near let's say the green, where it's the green, just over there, we'll say there, and there's some bungalows there. And as a kid, you might know where the bungalows are just on the left on the road, and the grass is on the right. There was an old woman that used to stand in that window all the time, every day, watching the kids. Not in like sometimes you go, oh, just watch the kids play, but she used to literally stand there and stare and blink and give you the most scary evils. She used to scare the shit out of me.
Maybe she was a ghost or something.
I think she got quite. She
It
used
was a
to.
cardboard
She used to bang on the window because I used to pick the berries off the trees and throw them at people. And
There you go. That's why. Throwing berries at her. She's gonna.
Which did you shit in her lawn?
I shit on her lawn. He's throwing berries at her. What did you do?
Fucking hell, nothing. I did get her dog to lick me feet.
Anyway, moving on.
Dog shit on him, he didn't like it.
I've survived.
That's why she hated me.
You survived.
Sorry.
By the time I'm 5 or 6, I've survived almost being killed twice.
Yeah, your dad threw you through a window.
Dad threw me through a window.
Dying of lesions.
Mum gave me a lollipop that came off and nearly choked me to death. And now, moving forward a bit now. This is about, I don't know, 5 years ago in this house.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We've been shopping. The girls had bought scarves. It was freezing. It was near bonfire, very near bonfire night, just before bonfire night. And when they were little, I'd always get them a box of fireworks.
Right, go on.
We've been out, we come in.
I've made this mistake.
Yeah.
You put the firework in the wrong way around.
No.
The ground.
Oh, no, it's more stupid than that, Pete. I come in the kitchen.
That's pretty stupid, and I've
stupid.
done it.
I put the fireworks on the cooker. Yeah,
What?
on the hob. I put the fireworks on the hob.
Just what,
The hob's
to heat
off.
them up a little?
No, the hob's off, yeah. But then on our cooker, we used to turn it off at the wall. There's a switch at the wall, isn't there?
Yeah.
And we were going to have, we had a load of pizzas as well. The scarves are on the back of the hob. The big box of fireworks is on the front of the hob. I turns the switch on and it turns the oven on, which is underneath, isn't it?
This is the first 10 minutes of an episode of Casualty.
It definitely is, yeah.
This is
It
fucking...
It is.
You can see where this is going.
They'll
Go on.
post this, I'll be doing it next week.
Yeah.
Anyway, little unbeknownst to me, 2 of the rings are fucking left on. So they start heating up. And luckily, the scarves went up first.
Fucking
I
hell.
could smell something. We're all emptying the shopping. We're all sat on the floor. What's that burning smell? So it jumps up. Fucking scarves are up in flames. And I look down. The fireworks are only sitting on a live hob. It's on.
That's so lucky.
I just threw the back door open and I just
Yeah.
launched them in the back garden. They didn't go off or anything.
no.
But a couple, I don't know, seconds maybe later, that would have been.
That could
Jesus
have been
Christ.
bad.
Did
Could have
you
been.
set them off after? Were they alright?
Yeah, we still used it.
Fucking hell,
It
that
was
could have
so
been
close.
awful.
So I can't say I nearly died, but
But it's
That
bad.
could have been.
You're going to be blinded.
all
or,
of us would have
Yeah.
wouldn't been in that one.
Rocket could have gone through one ear and come out the other.
Yeah.
You never know.
When I was a kid, we used
Catherine
to
wheel going
Yeah.
around in
at my
your mouth.
grandma's
Yeah.
house. At my grandma's house every year when I was a kid, we used to like have a bonfire night where we'd always get
We had one of them
fireworks
as well.
and
Most people have a bonfire night.
I don't know,
When is
but,
this?
yeah, but all the family used to
Is it
come round.
November the 5th?
Yeah, but all the
That's
family.
funny.
Weird,
coincidence,
right?
Tell you
Weird.
what, same day.
Oh fuck off! Right, all my family used to
Well,
come
there's
round.
this guy called
and-
Guy Fawkes.
Can I tell my story?
No. Go on. Sorry.
So all set the fireworks off. Ooh, and then Leah, my sister, turned round and then we're just chatting.
Was she facing opposite
What do
way?
you think happened next? Fireworks went off in the air. I turn around and speak to Leah. What can you
Catherine
get?
wheel and a gob.
Nope.
Sparkler gone haywire.
The wood off the firework fell out the sky, bounced off her head.
Oh, wow.
Off a rocket.
Yeah, off a rocky.
Off a,
Bounced off her
It
head.
does happen.
It was
Yeah,
so
it does.
funny.
That's weird,
It was
man.
very funny.
for you perhaps only.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't...
Yeah.
There's some any other near death stories?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've got a firework related one. When I was a kid, in my teens, a couple of years ago, we used to buy rockets because kids could buy fireworks.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't matter, whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could be any age.
Free.
Yeah.
And they give you
And we used to
fireworks.
rip the sticks off the rockets and light them and chuck them at each other. That's not fucking normal,
No,
right?
that's not right, no.
Because you'd like light them, like 3 of them, chuck them on the floor or throw them in the air, and then run like fuck.
Oh, that's nothing. I just put them on the fire. On
You just put them on the oven.
cooker.
Put them in the oven.
Put them in the oven, they'll be alright.
That's health and safety back in the 80s, mate.
But
Non-existent.
another one, right? Moving on to my next one. Is this happened about 3-4 years ago. It's in this
So we're
house
tracking
again.
forward in time.
This house is trying to kill me a few
Did you
few
put a
occasions.
bomb on the cooker?
No. This was I went for a shower.
Right.
This is one of the kids could have killed me, really, to be honest. One of the kids' fault. What happened? Bearing in mind now, months earlier, we've got a radiator in the bathroom on the left.
Right.
Old knackered thing we had when we moved in. But they'd redone the radiators, put us new radiators literally a couple of weeks before I had this shower. And they changed, you know when you turn the radiator up and down?
Yeah.
These had the heat control little,
Yeah.
the thermostats on them. But before that, it was just basically a spike because the top, you used to just have a plastic top on it.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, that wasn't on it.
Yeah.
That had gone. So it was just basically a pipe
Yeah.
about 10 mil
Yeah.
thick, sticking up like that, about 2 inches long. So I get in the shower. The kids had put conditioner, and they hadn't washed the shower out. So I get in the shower. It's like a fucking ice rink.
Yeah.
I just went. This is where I said I need them Scooby-Doo sound effects. Whoop, 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 whoop. My feet were gone.
Yeah.
I spun round. I grabbed hold of the shower curtain, which is only held on by this little.
Yeah, that's not going to help you.
Yeah, it's not going to help me at all, is it? That come off completely.
Yeah.
I remember the thing as I was going backwards. Out
Was
the
it like
shower.
Psycho going ping, 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 ping off
It did. Honestly, it went ping, 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 ping. And I'm like holding onto it for dear life. There's nowhere else. I've got nowhere to go. I'm clinging onto this
Yeah.
shower curtain. I've now got me back facing outwards, of the bath. My feet went up in the air, and my head came down full weight of my body on my head onto that fucking
Jesus
into
Christ.
that control. 2 weeks earlier, that control would have gone straight through my
right
head.
through your head.
Yeah. So I can definitely
That's a
say I
very
nearly
near-death
died.
experience.
We were going to Stephen Dave's. Literally, I was getting a shower to go. I ended up going to Stephen Dave's, lump like a golf ball on the back of my head with I had a bag of peas. I sat there for the whole evening with a bag of peas on my head. Yeah.
Well, that's normal. For
Well, that's
you, isn't it?
normal anyway. Yeah. I usually put them down
Peas
my
and
pants.
carrots. Was the dog outside the shower like fuming? Why is he washing his feet?
Yeah,
Give me that
what are you
grub.
doing?
Give me that grub.
Give me them feet before you wash them. I'll wash them feet.
Why is he doing it? Does he not love me anymore?
Yeah. So that was
Oh, Rich,
What's
that
a
could have
bad
been
one?
so bad.
You've had like one serious one that you could have died, but you've got a few good near misses.
a few near misses. And the next one,
Yeah,
I could have
yeah,
taken the fucking neighbours out and everything, because you lot out as well.
Yeah,
Because you only live 2 doors away.
yeah, we do.
One door, well, yeah, next door but one.
That's fucking bad, man.
So when we moved in here, it was a complete mess, this house. Absolute shambles, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful now.
And I've done it all myself. Done everything myself, basically, apart from a couple of little. I couldn't put the fences up. So got them put up. We decorated the house, top to bottom. And I was just...
No lights in the garden.
No
Fuck
lights in the
that,
garden.
don't need
Fuck that. Don't need lights
Don't
on.
need him.
Don't need lights for...
Just like your mate fucking
decking.
break his fucking neck when he's going to the toilet. Don't even worry
Sorry
about
that, Pete. Anyway,
Me.
putting this... Yeah, you get them, like, things in own places. Remember Au Naturel?
Yes.
And it'd have, like, a plaque. Dance, enjoy life, dancing
Oh,
away,
yeah.
all that.
Live, love, laugh, all that.
One of them things. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
No way. It's up there.
Yeah, we've got one.
Life
Somewhere.
It's not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain, or
With
drilling
your
through a
dick
live
out.
fucking gas pipe.
What?
I'm putting that up in the hall, and I drilled straight through. I didn't know there was a gas pipe. in there.
Fucking hell.
Straight through the live gas pipe.
See, that's not the start of an episode of
It's
Casualty.
another-
That's the start of an
yes.
episode of some fucking disaster film.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's the whole house going boom.
it was like straight through. Instantly heard it. Oh shit! The smell hit me straight away. Obviously. Oh shit! Shit! What do we do?
Shit,
What
where is
do we
it?
do? I
Get a
panicked.
lighter, get a
What the
lighter.
fuck? Do you know what? That's the next thing. I looked into the kitchen and the lights are on. We've got one of them with like 4 bulbs.
Yeah,
and in my head I thought, if the gas gets up to them, it's going to ignite because the bulbs are on. So what do? This is what saved me here. Was this house is made out of concrete? Yours is as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not if it had been made out of studded walls, I'd have gone up with it because the pipe is in the wall.
Yes.
On the other side of that wall is the light switch in the kitchen, which I fucking turned off. That would create a spark, obviously.
You've nearly killed us
Nearly
twice,
Rich. Nearly took us all out there.
Fucking hell, you're an insurance risk.
But it gets worse.
How?
I don't know what to do. Next minute I come
Put
running
your
in the
finger
back.
on the pipe.
Put your finger on it through the concrete wall.
Yeah,
In
no.
the back garden, the kids were like 6 and whatever, 5,
Yeah.
6 and 4, something like that. Just got them on my arms, run down the alleyway, told Laura, get out the house now, push them all down your way. Do you not remember any of this?
No.
I said, get as far that. I told Roy to get out of his house and his missus. And then I knocked for Damien. I said, Damo, fucking get out your house.
Yeah.
And your kids and your missus, get out the house. He was asleep on the sofa. I've got to take my hat off to Damo, to be honest, that day. He said, what's going on? I said, I've gone through a gas pipe. It's fucking you can smell it outside. You can smell it all down the street. He said, well, turn the fucking gas off. I said, I don't know how to. Where's the gas? I don't know how to. There's a little key. I didn't even know where the gas box was, Pete. Carl.
You know
I didn't even think about it.
To be fair, I wouldn't know where that was.
So he comes running up, kicks the fucking door off. It's just outside the front door.
Yeah.
Nicely placed. Kicks the front door off, pulls the lever up, turns the gas off for me.
To dissipate.
Yeah. I thought,
Well, thank God that drug dealing piece of shit was in his house.
Exactly. I owe him one for that, I'll be honest. Yeah.
I love you, Damo.
Love you, Damo, really. Thanks for that, mate.
Not really.
You were a nightmare of a neighbour, but he saved our bacon that day.
I didn't remember that at all.
No. Oh my goodness, it was proper panic stations.
So, the essential lesson here is, Rich, we need to fucking move.
You need to move away from me.
Before Rich kills you.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I can't say much more than that,
I hate
really.
this. This is bad information. I don't want this.
You didn't know about that, did you? These are little tiny side notes where I've not nearly died. I've not even come close. But
I've got lots of injury shit. But
this isn't. Yeah. Well, this could have caused a slight injury on my foot. I fell asleep on a building site with my feet.
Hungry dog.
Facing we had a big bonfire going, and I fell asleep. And there's 2 lads there, still know them to this day. This is when I was about 17, and eventually one of them is tapping me on the shoulder. Oh, we're having our dinner break.
Yeah.
He says, Rich, wake up. Like, what? Look at your shoe. My shoe, because my shoe was that close to the fire.
Your shoe.
It was like the size of a fucking balloon.
Jesus.
My trainer had inflated. They'd been pissing themselves watching it happen. Yeah. And the hotter it got, the more it was like the size of a proper
yeah.
I love
balloon.
Health and safety in those days.
There wasn't any, was
there's
there?
Fucking none.
No. So I just got up. I was like, fucking hell. My foot was burning.
Yeah.
Really, really burning. But I didn't.
Were you seriously ill? Were you alright?
Nah, I wasn't hurt at all. It was just I had a really hot foot.
Yeah.
And then my trainer was fucked.
Well, clearly, it's
it was just like side of a balloon. That was it. Screwed. On another occasion, I fell asleep at work.
You fall asleep?
Did you do any work?
Are you narcoleptic?
I do manage to have quite a lot of sleep.
Narcolepsy?
I don't think it works.
I've always had a job where I can fall asleep.
I've never had a job where I can fall asleep.
Nothing happens for hours. Fell asleep in this warehouse. Well, garage.
Maybe didn't.
It was a garage where they fix wagons and all that shit. And I pulled the gas. It was freezing cold in there. There's no heating. So I pulled the gas fire over to me. Fell asleep. Didn't realise that I had a shell suit on. Remember them shell suits you used to wear?
Yeah. Well, I didn't, but yeah.
I was a bit too close. And then again, fella comes in.
Shell
One of the
suit's
fitters.
smoking.
Yeah, he comes in, taps on the shoulder. Calm as you like. He went, oh, son, I'd only been there a couple of days as well. Didn't know anyone. Oh, son, I've taken over from someone else.
Yeah.
Hey, son, you're on fire. I looked down.
Mate, just fucking move.
I was literally, it was going up my back. The flames were licking up above my head.
Are you joking?
No.
He just taps you?
He just tapped me on the shoulder. He found it hilarious.
Excuse me, mate.
Excuse me, mate, you're on fire.
Right, you're on fire, buddy.
So I just got
right.
up, took me fucking shell suit off, threw it in the corner.
Fucking hell.
Oh, shit. Luckily he walked in. When he did, I'm sure someone's watching out for me.
You'd have been burnt.
I'd have been burnt.
Horribly burnt.
Yeah. So that was another close miss. And Have I got any more hot news? Oh, well, on a building site, I was walking under a set of ladders, what you're not meant to do.
No, you're
Some
not.
fella was putting grout in at the doing the pointing
Yeah,
under
yeah.
the eaves, and his steel toe cap fell out of his boot, and it hit me on the head.
That really hurt, man.
It did, really hurt, and I forget it. It was blue. I remember looking down. It just hit me on the head.
I've been
I'm so unlucky.
walking along the road when I was a teenager, and I was hit by a massive fucking bolt. Just
Yeah.
flew off a car. It must have been about 6 inches long, right in the head.
Oh,
It
nasty.
really hurt.
Yeah,
You know, like you see in stars.
yeah, really.
I don't know
really.
whether anyone threw it or
come off a
come
car,
off a
drove
car
over it or
or
something.
whatever. But Christ, oh my God, I staggered
Oh.
as I was walking. Well, there you go.
There you
Okay,
go.
so
right.
what we need...
last one I've got.
Oh, no, go,
This
Rich.
is
Go.
I'm signing off on this one.
Go.
But this is not. This is like a role reversal. I almost killed a child. Again, on a building site,
Why is a child on a building site?
because we were doing an extension. And it wasn't my fault as well. It wouldn't have been my fault. I was told.
Did you try to cement a child into a wall?
It did. It did. It did
That
involve
was a
cement.
joke, by the way.
It did involve cement.
Yeah.
We were doing an extension for this millionaire. He was a tanker, an oil tanker captain. In Chester, one of them big houses in Chester. If you go through the back of Chester,
Yeah, the posh bit.
the posh bit, down I forgot what it's called now.
Ambridge.
Mollington.
Oh, yeah, Mountain.
Yeah.
One of them houses there, extension up, and there was a couple of breeze blocks that the brickie hadn't made a very good job. So the fella I was with said, I was only 17. Go up on the ladder there and fix that breeze block at the top doesn't look right. Just fix it, make it look right, basically.
Yeah.
So this fella was away. The tanker pilot. The captain was away. His wife, Helga, her name was. She was from Denmark or somewhere.
Get over.
They had a
Was the name
2-year-old.
like Helga? Who knew?
Yeah. She's very nice.
Was she massive?
She was very nice.
Oh, was she? Was she?
Oh, Scandinavian birds.
Scandinavian.
Oh,
Ooh.
blonde
Very nice.
hair and... Oh, this is very sexist,
Yes.
isn't it?
That's not sexist, it's true.
Yeah, but I was only 17, so she was very nice.
Helga, to me, is a big battle axe of a lady.
No, she wasn't. Really wasn't.
She
Rich can
punch a car
confirm it
over.
wasn't.
But she had a nanny. They had a nanny, and they had a 2-year-old or 18-month-old-ish around that. Jacob, I can even remember his name, Jacob. And as I'm putting this breeze block, it went, and weight of a breeze block,
Fucking heavy, yeah.
it fucking went, and I just didn't know anything. I didn't know there was any danger to anybody. I put my hand. Don't know how I caught it,
Yeah.
but I managed to grab
One
hold
of
of
them,
it,
though, isn't it? Yeah.
and I pulled it back up, put it in place, put the cement mortar around, got down off my ladder, and I heard a crying. What the fuck? Walked round the corner, and where that would have landed,
Yeah.
they'd only put Jacob in his pushchair, and he just woke up.
And he's looking up at you with the big eyes.
Big eyes.
Rich,
Yeah.
Rich, why don't you love me? Why are you trying to
Why are
kill
you
me
trying to
with
kill
a
me
brick?
with a breeze block? I literally tried to kill him and saved his life at the same time.
Well, he should be thankful.
He
And
should be
now
thankful,
he's
yeah.
44 years old.
Yeah, exactly, and he doesn't know, does he?
No, he doesn't know.
But yeah, that was...
Jacob, if you're listening,
you're listening-
fucker tried to kill you.
I tried to kill you and
Compensation
save
here,
your
mate.
life in the same sweep, in the same go.
Injury lawyers for you are they're a good company. We'd like some sponsorship. And Rich, probably you may have splinters from that breeze block in your eye.
Yeah.
You're probably blind.
You probably have a squashed flat face.
Yeah, come on,
Like
come on,
Flat Stanley.
Jacob. Jacob, claim anytime you want, but just give us the money.
Yeah.
Carl,
Okay, I don't know how to follow that. I have
that
a
was a
few.
lot of death and
A lot of
mayhem, and I
almost.
want to move
So
right fucking now.
So the first one I'll tell you was at Alton Towers. Now, the chances of I think I saw something like the chances of dying on a roller coaster is like 0.00001%. It's insane. The chances of dying on a roller coaster.
Unless you stand up.
But the first
Unless
time,
you die on a roller coaster.
unless you die on a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
brilliant.
But the first time I ever been, the time this happened was the first time I ever went to any
So you
theme
died
park.
on a roller
No,
coaster?
this incident.
Oh, right.
And my first ever roller coaster was going to be the Smiler. Now I've seen videos, I've fell into the rabbit hole of watching like GoPro footage on a roller coaster, just seeing what they like, what I want to go on.
I'd love to go on that. I don't think I've been on that.
And me mate, it was with a college trip, and I was I think I was 16. I think it was.
So 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, great. And all the lads that went on the trip, they've already been before. They love it. And what I think a few of them had like season passes, to go through, like go wherever you want. So they were like, okay, let's go on the Smiler straight away. I was like, I don't really want. I said I don't really want to go on the Smiler straight away because I've never been on a roller coaster, and I'm not lying. I was shitting myself. I was terrified.
Well, it's scary. I love roller coasters. I don't like spinnies.
Well,
basically, life is a roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah. This fucking podcast is.
As your man said in that song, I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah, the Irish dude.
The Irish dude from Take That, was it?
No.
Ronan Keating.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's beside the point.
And then Ronan Keating was there.
He was on there, yeah. He was trying to tell you, like, it is.
So don't worry, Carl.
So the lads were
life
like,
is a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster. I've sung about it. Get on. Get on now. Come on now.
Don't put the straps on, no. Fuck that.
So we got to the Smiler, and the queue was quite short. So the lads were like, let's go on the Smiler now, so we can get out of the way, because we went there as soon as it opened. And I was like, okay. So we got near the front, and I bottled it. I went, I can't do it.
You bottled it?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. After seeing it going round, I couldn't face myself. The first roller coaster, couldn't do it.
You are a disappointment.
So I was like, I said, I'm going it later, but let me just go on something first, and I'll come back. So by the time we got in the front, the queue started to form, and have you ever been on the Smiler? Have you ever been to?
I've been on most of the stuff, but not recently.
Well, it's like a cage, like mouse maze, if you want to call it. So I'm embarrassingly, I'm scooching through people to get past, and I'm going around this corner, and this family goes, "Are you all right?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm all right." And this little girl, she must have been about 7, or 6. She went, "What are you doing?" I went, I don't want to do it. I'm a bit too scared, to be honest. She went, "You pussy."
She was right as well.
Swear down. She was about 6 or 7. She went, "Pussy." Couldn't believe it. I was like, "You fucking what?"
You displaced 7-year-old girl.
I just went, "Shut the fuck up," and I could get walking.
And you didn't go on?
I did later on, but
and did you wet yourself or whatever?
I actually loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah, roller coasters are cool, man.
So the first one I went on was called Air. It's called Galactic. It's called Galactica now or something.
You kind of lie down.
Yeah, it's not like it's not your conventional roller coaster where you sat down in the seat. You kind of sit in a seat and then it brings you back up like you're floating in the air, like you're flying. So I said to the guy, he could tell I was nervous. And he's like, "Are you alright?" I said, "Yeah, it should be first roller coaster." He went, "Oh," he's like, "Don't worry about it."
Was he a 7-year-old boy who told you
and
a
he
pussy?
said, "Pussy."
And he checked the seats.
Get on your pussy.
So they only check quick. They hear like the lock and they could do it. And he got to my seat, went, "Wait there, mate." So he kept checking. He went, "Give me 2 seconds." So he went to the
2 seconds.
He went into the control.
And they're like, "Whoop!" And you were off.
But he went into the control.
bollocks.
He went into the control room, spoke to this person, came back, and he went, "Yeah, it should be fine." And it started moving. I went, "Are you fucking kidding me? It should be fine." So this whole way around, I'm literally screaming because I think we're gonna fall and die. But he went, "Yeah, it should be fine."
Should be fine, mate.
There's shit flying at you.
He must have done that for a
person behind you.
He must have done it for a laugh or something. But
should be fine.
It went, "Should be fine," and as soon as it should be fine, it went,
and then
it started moving.
The bolt ping out.
Oh my god!
Christ.
It scared the life out of me. And in that moment, I truly thought, "This is it. Why have I fucking come here?"
This is the end.
This is the
16
end.
years old, and this is.
Did your thingy ping out?
My thingy did.
What was his thingy from before it pinged out?
Little bolt ping.
Little thingy ping out of his penis.
Oh, my urethra.
His urethra.
Yeah.
Fucking that out of me, mate.
That truly did happen.
I got him like a goldfish.
I think I've only had one panic where I thought I was going to die. And so my girlfriend and her family, they've been going to this camping site for years and years in the north of Wales. It's beautiful.
Is that the nudist one?
No, that's another one we go to. But this site is beautiful. I can't remember the name, but it's got a beautiful, like, the mountains are just, it's like paradise. It's gorgeous. And they've got a massive lake where you can hire like kayaks and do canoeing and shit like that. But just off the massive lake, there's like a stream, if you want to call, not a stream, like connects off the lake.
I call it. Would you call it a river?
Like a river
Or a stream?
You know when you say the mountains were.
What
does that mean?
Oh, means wow.
What does that actually mean?
That's like mind blowing.
Is that your version of mind blowing?
Wow. Want to see a hot babe? Wow.
Well, there's one coming
Sounds-
tonight.
So I was like, I want to do some swimming. So it was very slow. It was very still water, but it did move.
Did you think I'll skinny dip in front of my girlfriend's parents?
Not this time, no. But the time after that, yeah. But the water was obviously freezing cold, and I was like, oh god. But Neve's brother Jake had a wetsuit, and it's one of those special wetsuits where you can't drown in. It's like a buoyancy wetsuit, if you want to call it.
Never heard of that. Okay.
So you can literally just float in water.
So even if you
Yeah.
let's say Jake's there and you've got your foot on his head
Yeah.
and you're pushing his head under the water,
Yeah.
laughing
Yeah.
like you would,
Yeah.
he'd be all right.
Well, maybe.
Well, it's not working then, is it?
Oh no, I'm wearing the wetsuit. I'm drowning Jake.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's cheating. You're wearing a wetsuit and you can't drown, but you're drowning Jake.
Why would
Jake wasn't in the water.
Could you float off to sea in it and just... Could you just float
As
around?
long as you kind of like keep
Is
yourself
there
afloat.
food in it? Can you have like a butty in there?
Well, you could store a butty in there.
Yeah.
So what I said to Jake was, can I wear the wetsuit and can you like I'm going to swim up the stream and then you just walk on the side. Yeah, that's fine. So I jumped in and I jumped in the water,
Swimming up a stream.
or like a river or whatever it was. It was still water. So I was.
It's still water.
still water.
What was it before?
I was just going there, but...
No, it's quiet
Julie,
water.
let's give him a breather.
So I'm
back on it.
I'm swimming along. I'm just loving it because I love swimming.
I can't say that when I get cold.
And
swimming.
And I keep getting tired, but then I tried to like grab something, but I couldn't grab it. And
What was it?
Just to grab a branch, to have a breather.
Yeah.
And for a sec, I forgot the suit was like a buoyancy suit, and I stopped swimming. I was like, I can't carry on, and I thought I was gonna drown.
Yeah.
But
But you couldn't drown you in a buoyancy suit.
I
You
forgot
got a sandwich in there.
because I forgot I was swimming and I ran out of energy. I just went. For a second. Well, you could if you just stay still, you probably would drown. But if you keep like
If you would, if you were facing down, you would, yeah.
But if you move your arms and keep afloat, yeah, it's fine because it keeps you up. But for that split second, I truly thought I was going to drown, and a panic, like that sheer panic in my face.
I can imagine,
It was horrible. But luckily, I grabbed some like weeds or something to keep me up. But it did really scare me for a sec.
I have notes.
Go on.
Right, this podcast is about experiences where you nearly died.
Yeah.
You didn't, did you?
Yeah, but I
Rich
thought
could
I
have blown
was.
up the fucking neighbourhood twice.
All right then. Yeah. Okay. Ready for this?
It would have been a great one with the fireworks as well.
I
It
was
is, okay.
scared. I almost got some water on my face.
well, guess what?
I had to grab some weeds.
Guess what? I'm going to
Save
beat
me.
your fireworks story.
Fucking shit.
I'm going to beat his fireworks story with my own fireworks story. I was saving.
Go on.
Go for it.
Were you at our house when I put the fireworks in the wrong way around? Was that one?
No.
Right.
I was actually.
Thank fuck for that.
I was coming.
Move on.
I was coming back from your house and I was going back to Neve's.
Yeah.
So I got on the bus and it was bonfire night. So what I normally like to do is, it might sound a bit strange, but I like to go on my bike and I cycle around as we port. You know, watching all the different fireworks.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because it's
Okay.
just nice. And
Yeah.
But this night I was going home to go do that. I was on the bus and the
No,
teenagers.
you were cycling home, but then you were on the bus.
No, I was on the bus going home to start. Then I'm going to go on my bike.
Ah, yeah.
Right.
So
Makes
as I'm on the
sense.
bus now, the area where we live, the teenagers are pricks. They're fucking nightmare. I was about to say a horrible word.
You are
there.
one, right?
This knobhead shot a firework at the bus,
Whoa.
and it set
What a
off against the
dickhead.
bus, and I was it's like
Was
a high.
it a big one?
Yeah, it was a high school,
Maybe he was trying to hail a bus.
but like
That's a hell of a way
I
to
was-
hail a
yeah.
fucking bus.
I was talking to someone I knew from high school. You know, just someone that you're not friends with really, but you know, just talking to him. And I looked over, and this guy went see it like setting off,
Yeah.
and all the colours went off like from the fact,
Fucking hell.
it was that close. The bus went on 2 wheels. Well, how many other wheels a bus has got?
4 usually.
But it went onto
As
its
a rule, they have
it went
four
onto
wheels.
its side, and I shit myself.
There's not 3.
I don't fucking know. But yeah,
You do know.
Do you know?
but yeah,
not-
some knobhead shot a firework straight to the side of the bus, and it
Must be
scared the
like a
sh-
rocket then.
Maybe the last time he tried to hail a bus, he dressed as an exclamation mark and it didn't work. So we thought, I'll try firework this time.
Yeah, that's right.
It didn't work
Big
neither.
Rocket.
And then my
That's like the fucking purge, innit?
Yeah.
so it could have blew up the bus. I don't know, but
It wouldn't have blown.
It wouldn't have
up.
blown up.
But you never know when you just hear a big fucking
It
bang.
would have,
scary.
it would have
It's-
discoloured
it did
the
scare me.
paintwork at best.
And we could have frightened the driver and he could have crashed into
yeah.
the
Well, yeah, the driver could have had a heart attack
Yeah.
from the fear. And
You
could have
genuinely
crashed
could have crashed that. You could have crashed that.
I
bus.
just thought, what a fucking idiot.
All the people on that bus as well.
I know.
Jesus wept. That's mental.
And then the last story I've
What a
got,
lunatic.
it's not a nearly died.
Why'd you do it, Rich?
I don't know. I just felt like it. I seen Carl on it and I thought,
fucking
fucking hell,
dick,
let's Carl.
Fucking-
Hey!
Yeah.
And
Let's
this
try and hit him.
this last one I've got is I must have been I was living on a street called Earl's Gardens, my first house, one of the first houses, and my mum had a tendency to forget her keys. I used to do it all the time, and I was in primary school. I must have been about, I reckon, year 3,
Okay.
really young, and my mum went, "Oh, I've left the keys," and again I went, "Oh, she normally used to be able to reach them, through the window, but the 2 big windows were locked because there was no way getting in. No one around us had spare sets of keys. She's the only one who had a set of keys, and she was like, "You have to climb through the window." So we checked the windows,
I've done that.
all
when I was little,
locked,
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh God!" But when you got your 2 big windows and you got the little window at the top,
Yep.
that was the only one that was open. Now, if you want to open your window further, you got like that little latch, that really sharp latch
Yep.
to lift it higher. Then you can lock it. She was like, "You have to climb through there." So they're lifting me up, and I'm sticking my head through. I'm like, "I'm going to fall through here," and the latch caught me chest, and it seared my skin all the way down from the top of my chest near my throat, right down my belly button, bleeding.
Let's have a look.
And and when I finally got through, my stomach and chest were just bleeding.
Bloody
and
hell.
It cut all the way down my
You were
chest.
only little.
I was only young, but that fucking scared me because it was more the fact that I could feel it like scraping through my skin. It was horrible.
Yeah, you're twitching there.
It was horrible.
That creeps you out, right?
Proper like.
That creeps you out.
And I've got one last thing, dead quick. I nearly got crushed in a gig against a
I've been
fence.
there, yeah.
It was the second section of it, so where all the security guards were stood. I was on the fence for like the second bit, and it was for a rapper called. I don't even listen to really the music. I like the guy, but I don't really listen
to something you don't even listen to.
No, I do listen to the guy, but not really anymore. It was a rapper called AJ Tracy, and
He's very famous, yeah.
he's a big rapper, and I was up on the front barrier next to Jerry. I was talking to Jerry.
Jerry, the security guard.
We met a lovely woman called Jerry, our security guard, and we always stood in the same place for the entire festival. She was lovely, and it rushed that far forward. My stomach just crushed against this fence, and it was only for about 2-3 seconds.
Yeah.
But it just scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
It was
I've
horrible.
been there before, yeah.
I couldn't move, and all the air just went at me.
You can't breathe in.
And
You're like, "Ugh."
It did scare me, to be fair.
When I went to watch my first festival, excuse me, sorry, we went to watch, it must have been 88, and we watched Iron Maiden were the headliners. It was only one day festival then, not Download then, obviously. It was
Monsters of
Rock, sorry. And there was a big rush to the stage. No one died, though. They died early. People died earlier in the day for Guns N' Roses. But I was just carried along in this rush of people. You've got no power.
No,
No,
it is
fucking
scary.
terrifying.
It is scary, And I know you suffer with
Horrible.
you get the claustrophobic, don't you?
That's why I always stand a little bit back now. I never go right in.
I wouldn't like to go and stand
Never
amongst
go
all them
right
people.
But that's the only time it's ever happened.
Yeah, it's scary shit, man.
It did scare me, to be fair. And that's all I've got for near death stuff.
Oh, you were almost on a bus.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yep.
Yourself.
Well, mine are more injuries. I've injured myself a lot, including tonight. But I used to work, let's say, a place about 20 minutes away from my current house. And the walk to that place, I used to call the cursed walk, because so many fucking shit things happened on the way to that factory. For instance, okay, one day I am walking, and like you've got those sheet metal fences.
Yeah.
It was like a gale force winds. So this thing, they're razor sharp, aren't they? These sheets of razor sharp sheet metal. So I'm walking up to the factory, and this sheet metal thing just flew about 2 inches above my head.
It took your head off, wouldn't it?
It would have took my head
Yeah.
off. I was so lucky. It broken away from the place
Fence.
of work that it had been surrounding, and it just came across me, literally skimmed my head. Like 6 inches lower, I'd have been a dead
decapitated.
man. Dead man. And I just carried on to work.
Yeah.
As you do.
You've got no choice, have you?
Nothing. You got no choice. You
Can't
go,
go back
that
home.
was fucking weird. But then you kind of go
I'm gonna
to
phone
work
in and say, oh,
and you
let's
sit
get
there and
killed.
have a cup of tea and think, wow, I nearly
Yeah.
died there.
Wow.
That was
Shit.
fucking mental. Because it was, the whole thing had just like cut loose. It was about 20 feet long, this thing.
It's like that scene out of, again, referencing The Day After Tomorrow,
Yeah.
when he just gets ploughed into him, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or like, what was the other film series where it's about near death? Oh, Christ. Final Destination.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them. Awful. Other one, I was, same walk. I was coming out of work one Friday, walking away from the car park, and I saw a car sort of stall, because the road I walk was right next to the road. The road I walk was next to the road. Fucking hell, that was a good sentence, wasn't it? The path I walked along was right next to a main motorway sort of road. And this car, the wheel came off this car. It was a big old car as well, like a big, like 5-6 seater, big, like
an SUV.
Yeah, like an SUV, trucky thing. And I watched it come towards me. This massive wheel. The car carried on, weirdly. But I watched this massive fucking wheel towards me for about, like, 10 seconds, thinking, do I have to get out of the way here? Well, obviously you do. Obviously you do. But it was so surreal. Do you know what I mean? You're thinking, is this actually happening?
Am I in a film?
Am I in a film? And I thought, I better move, hadn't I? And I sort of stepped aside, and it skimmed behind me, and it twatted into a car right behind me that was parked. Smashed it to shit, and I thought,
That would have been me.
maybe I should have stopped it.
No.
Fuck the car.
It was a big fucking wheel, man.
No, the speed they're going as well, the velocity of that could have killed you.
It would have took you off your feet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well,
Internal
it might not kill me,
injury.
but it was a big
Internal
old wheel.
injuries or anything
Yeah.
to speed it's going.
But it was the whole point. It was like, like a Warner Brothers cartoon where you're like thinking, that's not happened, has it? That's coming at me, innit?
That's gonna.
No, that's really coming at me, innit?
I should probably
I
move.
should probably move. And I just literally did like a comedy sidestep. And it went woof right past me into the poor fucker's car behind me. I apologise, whoever you were, that your car was fucked. But I couldn't stop that wheel.
No, you wouldn't be able to stop it.
No way.
So that was one. I've got a lot of I've got injury ones.
Well, give us an injury one.
Okay, so Carl, you may be familiar with my midnight snacking.
Oh, Jesus. Cheesy Pete.
Yeah.
Sneaking downstairs eating cheese.
I'll come downstairs of a night, maybe, it's not often, maybe once a week, I'll get hungry.
Not often.
Right, maybe once, twice a week. I'll get hungry and I'll have a wee and I'll think, just have a little snack. So, this time I came downstairs and I thought, I've got peanuts down there. I'll have a little bag of peanuts.
I love peanuts.
I love peanuts, man. I love them. I love putting them round my bumhole, let a dog lick them out.
Like throwing nut in your face, don't you?
Yeah, I love nut. I love nut. So I had this bag of peanuts and I dropped a couple on the floor and I was in my undercrackers at this point. And one of them fell under my feet and I slipped on the peanut and smashed my back against the worktop and landed on me coccyx. I was fucking crippled, man.
Death by peanut.
This reminds me.
One peanut.
One peanut.
One peanut crippled me.
This just reminds me of Home Alone.
Yeah.
It's like a scene from Home Alone on just on one peanut.
So I limped back to bed.
Does Sue not hear you for?
No! Why would she? I'm in the kitchen. She's upstairs. But it was proper. Everyone's landed on the coccyx at some point. It's fucking painful.
It is
right?
painful. You can't. You're basically going.
Back was bruised to
You
shit.
can't get your breath.
What's going to send a shiver up your spine, isn't it?
Back was bruised to shit. My arse was bruised to shit.
Have you ever
Can
rolled
you-
over?
Well, at least I'd had me peanuts in the middle of the fucking night.
Can I ask for one more story?
Go on.
The nipple.
I told Rich about this just before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Do you want to tell the podcast?
Retell.
Okay, well, I didn't die, but it was... I went to... Was it Leeds Festival? It was Leeds
Can I
Festival,
just
right?
interject?
Yeah.
Sorry. My advice, but people from another podcast was, don't go to gigs, because every story that Carl and Peter tell them about
Yeah.
really dying
It's painful
involves
and you
going
die.
to gigs,
Yeah.
doesn't it? So
Well,
anyway,
no. Overwhelmingly, they're good.
overwhelmingly they're good, but a lot of them involve
die.
almost dying.
Yeah.
You just got almost crushed. You got your tit hurt by a.
That
whatever.
wasn't at the gig, though.
I wasn't. I thought you said that was a gig.
It was at
It
a
was a gig,
festival,
yeah.
but I wasn't in the...
In the gig, but it was the same.
the arena.
In the same place.
So
Anyway,
what happened?
sorry, carry on.
We are at the Leeds Festival, and we've got a caravan. We're luxurious like that, and an awning, and a few people are with us, including Carl, and but he wasn't camping with us. Thank fuck.
Because I would have ripped the shit into you.
Yeah, you would. He'd have pounded me hard. Anyway,
That's a pound.
So we yeah, great. So we were setting up the awning, and stone cold sober by this point. This is literally setting up the night we arrived. There's all kinds of stuff in the awning ready to be set up, like tables and things that need to be opened out and stuff like that. So I come out of the caravan carrying something very exciting that I can't remember, and there's a set of steps that have flipped over beneath my feet many times before, because they're a health and safety fucking nightmare, and they flipped beneath my feet again. And I pitched forward onto a folded up camping chair that was folded up so it was like a spear, landed right on me tit and broke some ribs. First fucking half an hour of the festival, I smashed my boobies on a camping chair. I could have, if someone had pushed me, like Carl, I could have speared myself like a Final Destination moment.
Well, if them spikes
And
had
it
been
really
had a
hurt.
spike on them, you would have done, wouldn't you?
No, it was so painful throughout the whole festival after that.
And the
Because
result
you
of
can't
that,
breathe properly.
the result of it was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
purple boob.
It was a big purple boob, yeah.
Oh.
It was wonderful, and you can't do anything for broken rib. You just got to get
You
on
can't
with
even
it.
laugh, can you? You
No,
can't even laugh
no.
about it because it hurts.
But so there's my story, folks. Don't ever use little flippy stairs on your caravan,
Or you'll injure your boob.
or you'll injure your big booby. Okay, so so I think we've got some decent stories here. We've nearly blown up the neighbourhood. Carl, you've nearly fell out of a roller coaster.
Pete's injured his boob.
I've injured my boob and literally fell over tonight and broke my wrist.
Well, yeah, there's always that.
Yeah, so let's move on to the conclusion.
The Three Wise Men. Conclusion.
Okay, so the conclusion, folks. What have we learned today? Don't drill through a gas pipe. Don't go on a roller coaster. Don't go to a festival. Don't fall out of a caravan. Just don't be a dickhead. Have you got any points to add? Ripped, golden Adonis Rich?
All I can say really is,
like
with my
that.
experience of almost dying, is basically there's nothing you can do about it. If you're going to
Just
almost die, you're going to almost die, aren't
Yeah,
you?
and sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do,
Sometimes you
sometimes you don't. And there's no way around it really. It's like that film you say,
Like Final Destination.
Final Destination,
Yeah,
only like a watered down version where you just injure yourself.
yeah. Where your tit is
Your
speared
tit
by a
is
chair.
turned blue or black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you've drilled through your gas pipe and almost blown the street up, but some scally saves your bacon.
Luckily, we've got drug dealers that
We
can
had a
help
good drug
us.
dealer next
Also-
door and he helped us,
Yeah.
which we're very thankful for.
Also, don't put fireworks on a cooker.
Yeah, that's a big
Don't do
no-no.
that. That's a no-no.
No.
Or fire them at a bus,
That was a big no-no.
which has 4 wheels, by the way, Carl.
Yep.
I think it has more than 4 wheels actually. think they have double wheels.
I'm
don't they?
gonna go out tomorrow. I'm gonna
Double
count.
wheels.
Yeah, they have double
Like 8
wheels.
wheels?
Like 8,
I'm gonna
six-
count. I'm
six
gonna count.
wheels.
I'm gonna count the number of wheels on a bus.
Yeah, you count. I think it's. Let's have a
6
guess.
wheels, you lunatic.
Let's find out.
4 wheels.
Find out for next week how many wheels a bus has got.
4.
I think.
I'll tell you now.
I think 6.
I might have to go 4. I think it's 4.
Says the man who lets his dog eat pizza off his feet.
I think my advice is if you want to go swimming, just go to the kiddies pool. You can't drown. You're high in the. You're tall and the water is deep.
But you didn't die. You were not gonna die.
Yeah, but you could have.
You couldn't have.
I could have. I could have drowned.
He
You
took
couldn't
this
have. It was
state.
fucking bullshit. You couldn't have. That was the
He
point.
took the state of the art inflatable wetsuit
Yeah.
into
You had a
a
prawn
brook.
butty in it
Into a brook.
and a can of Fanta. It'd have been fine. You
Okay,
were
right then.
literally in a
well,
brook.
listen. If you go on a roller coaster and some guy goes, "Yeah, it should be fine," you go,
Get
"No,
out."
listen here, fucker. Check it's all right. I'm not gonna die, and if I do die and lose my leg, I want to meet Harry Styles like that lady did."
What?
Well, when that girl, she lost her leg on Smiling, she got to meet Harry Styles.
What, did he just turn up?
just-
Does he like amputees, does he?
No,
What are you saying about Harry Styles?
Oh, he did it like.
You're saying he's like a freak.
No, he did. No, she wanted to see him. He was like, "Oh, you did really." He was like, "Oh, you did amazing. Well done
I'm
for
not asked
recovering."
about meeting Harry Styles.
I've got a
I'm
thing
not
for
bothered.
people with one limb, and I'll be on my way down
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be rubbing one out at you. Don't even worry about it.
I'll be watching in my Harry Styles
No.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Pete,
Yeah.
any advice?
Don't walk on that road to Innisbeck in Port.
Perfect. Right, what should you do? Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe.
Follow the Facebook page.
Follow the Facebook page.
Hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. If
like
you like
and
it, that is.
like and
Don't if you don't. If you
subscribe.
don't like it,
And we see you fuckers are listening to the podcast. We can see the views.
Don't
and there's
call,
not enough
don't
subscribers.
call our audience fuckers, Carl.
we can see the view.
We can see the view.
We can
Subscribe.
see every one view we get every week.
view.
Subscribe to the channel, otherwise I'm going to be very angry.
Well,
And I'll bring more rice.
Yeah. And I'll
Right,
flick it at Pete.
Thank you for listening.
Bring 1 grain of rice.
I'll bring 2 next time.
Terrifying. Okay, thank you, Rich. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you for
wonderful.
listening, everyone.
Very educational and fucking weird. Okay, folks, we'll see you next week. What's next week's topic?
Don't know.
We don't know. We'll think of something in the meantime.
Great. That's the way
Let's
to
have a
tee it. That's the way
surprise
to
left in
fucking
your
tee it
life.
up, innit?
Well,
What's next week's topic?
I don't know.
fucking
I
know.
don't know.
well,
whatever.
Think of
Well,
something.
you'll have to tune in next week to find out.
Yeah. Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, that's very good, actually.
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
We'll leave it on that. Okay, thank you very much for listening and good evening.
Bye!
Ta-ra.